Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retlin with another Empty Arena Smackdown review. Before I get that started though, yes, WrestleMania was taped. There are spoilers out there. You can talk about stuff that's been reported by accredited people in the comments if you want, because yes, a lot of people aren't going to be there. They're adjusting a whole bunch of matches and all that. And I'm even going to talk about a couple of those things here. But as far as winners and losers, I will not talk about that. Even if I get access to WrestleMania spoilers, I'm not going to do that. And do not do that in the comments, please. You want to talk about it among a group of your friends? Fine, cool, do that. Just don't do it on here and don't do it on other people's channels. Let's just enjoy the fact that they are providing a WrestleMania, even if it's going to be one of the weirdest ones because of the lack of the crowd. The lack of a crowd and everything and all that. So just don't be dicks. That's what it comes down to. So how was the show? It was fine. It was fine. They've already taped this and like next week's episode and a whole bunch of other stuff. Michael Cole welcomes us. Then we get Sasha and Bayley and they blame Paige for this thing going on, this fatal five-way or this five-pack elimination match that's happening. They call her sad, irrelevant Paige, and Bayley says that Sasha and her are like peanut butter and jelly. Is it a Hispanic and black joke? It's a Hispanic and black joke, isn't it? Except it isn't, and it just means that they gel well together. Hopefully not that kind of gel. This is getting away from me. The whole point is these two were having fun and everything. They were just joking around, running down the other women. And here's Lacey Evans. And Lacey's like, it's like, your mouth, Bayley, is as big as my hat. And she did have a pretty big hat on there. And Sasha's like, oh, well, you know, Bayley's already beaten you and talking about your daughter, Mommy, why do you keep losing? Like, you know, all that. They're bringing that up, you know, that old storyline from about 2 months ago. And then Naomi comes down and says she's going to snatch that, you know, that blue hair off of Sasha's head. That was pretty funny. And then Tamina's here. Hands up if you forgot Tamina had theme music. Tamina, of course, took the stairs and then attacked other women, just like her dad. Boy, I'm being needlessly mean towards somebody that can't help that her father was a goddamn murderer. But anyway, we get that. We get a brawl between the women and all. And it's okay. It was fine. We then get Bryan and Gulak with the Yuji Nagata, Manabu Nakanishi, like, you know, pre-match ritual thing. That was pretty cool. Even doing the weird salute that he does. That was kind of cool, you know, doing that. And I like Yuji Nagata. He's really, really awesome. I probably did a horrible disservice to him by doing that. This was a good match, though. It was Nakamura with Cesaro ringside, Sami Zayn on commentary versus Drew Gulak with Daniel Bryan. And it was fine. There was typical action of, like, you know, Cesaro interfering, like, you know, just distracting and all this stuff. And Zayn, like, I'm not interfering. I'm not doing anything. And Nakamura goes for the Kinshasa, and Daniel Bryan, you know, moves Drew out of the way when the referee doesn't see, and then Drew gets a jackknife cover, 1, 2, 3, and because of this, Daniel Bryan gets a Intercontinental Championship shot at Sami Zayn. Maybe Daniel Bryan can bring it back, and then change the design back to the classic design, because, sweet Christ, the Intercontinental Championship design, the redesign is shit. And then we get Ziggler talking to someone, and we get the weird glitchy thing. It's probably going to be Ali. And Heavy Machinery's there. And we get Otis versus Ziggler at WrestleMania. That is a match that doesn't even belong on main event. I don't give two shits about this angle. We then get Elias on the perch thing that, you know, Ciampa and Gargano battled on. And then they jumped off of, well, Ciampa jumped off with Gargano and then smashed through that table. So he's showing images of Corbin on toilet paper. Kind of fitting because that gimmick is shit, but then Corbin attacks him. I have a question. How did Corbin sneak up on Elias there? I mean, I know that this stuff's all pre-taped and they did all this, but how did he not notice? Was he just staying off to the side and like, okay, Corbin, now attack him? I know that there is a way to get to that perch, obviously, like a landing, you know, like you know, a path and stuff like that, but it's just so fucking dumb. And then they knock Elias down. It's like, long live the king, you know, fitting because it's King Corbin. And Elias hits the ground like he's supposed to have hit concrete, but obviously they moved the crash pad. And, oh, he's hurt. He's taken to a local medical facility for bruised ribs and anal bleeding. That's a throwback to the whole thing that Michael Cole did when Jerry Lawler got attacked. Oh. It was almost Wile E. Coyote-esque. It was kind of funny. Asuka versus Alexa. Good enough match. Nikki Cross on commentary, just absolutely insane. She hugs Cole, and Cole mentions, oh, that's not social distancing. That's really, really cool. Cole is still not that tolerable on commentary, but I give credit to anybody really that's going out there and trying to entertain. And hopefully every single roster member, if they feel ill at all, they are quarantined, they stay quarantined, and anybody else, hopefully they don't get sick and that we all get through this. And that's really what it comes down to. Even people I don't like, I don't want anything bad happening to them. The match was good for what it was. Asuka was having a blast. They both mocked each other. It was some good action. Asuka got her arm focused on it. And eventually, Alexa hit that DDT 1, 2, 3. So now they get a tag team championship shot at Mania. Even though there are rumors that that might have to be changed as well. And then the Usos are here talking about it wouldn't be the road to WrestleMania without the Usos. The Usos should probably avoid roads. But I digress. They then replayed Triple H versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32, one of the worst WrestleMania main events ever. And it wasn't even the fault of the effort that the guys were, putting out there. I didn't care about the feud, and the match went on way too goddamn long, and that Mania went on way too goddamn long. And they also had to dub out the boos. Oh boy, they had to overdub the boos. Then we had Triple H giving his predictions for Goldberg versus Reigns. This is where the review is going to maybe take a little bit of a turn, and it's going to turn into a little bit of a rant. To anybody, for those that don't know, but it's been reported out there, so sorry, spoilers, but it's been out there and everybody knows it got changed. They are still hyping Goldberg versus Reigns, but that had to be changed because Roman Reigns is not going to be there because of his recent bout with leukemia, compromised immune system. He doesn't want to take the risk. He has I think him and his wife have 3 children. He has a wife, he has a family. There are people who are like, well, why didn't he just inform WWE before? Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Maybe he realized, hey, holy shit, I need to be there for my family. I have a life outside of goddamn wrestling. So if anybody is there questioning why WWE did this, or, oh, how can you put the belt on him, or how could you push him as a main eventer, this kind of stuff, fuck you guys. Family is more goddamn important than this. I love wrestling, do not get me wrong. I know that things are going to get better and we're going to get back to having wrestling in front of crowds, but fuck you guys if you're going to say that Roman Reigns is is making a mistake or shouldn't, be featured in this kind of stuff. And especially for the people that say that Roman Reigns faked his leukemia. The idiots I'm talking about that said that. For fuck's sake, guys, it's wrestling. If there are wrestlers that do not want to be part of this, then they should not have to be part of this. As much as I'm glad that WWE is trying to give the fans a WrestleMania, this really is strictly Vince just going absolutely insane and being bound and determined to put on an event despite all other evidence to the contrary, despite all the evidence that he should not be doing this. But realistically, if you're going to hammer Roman Reigns because of this, fuck you. If you want to be disappointed because you were looking forward to the match, that's totally fine. Say, oh, I was looking forward to it, but I understand. Cool. You're going to be one of those guys who's going to knock Roman Reigns or knock WWE because of this. Oh, they should have forced him to do the match. No. They shouldn't have forced him to do the match, and you shouldn't feel forced to do the goddamn match. The bottom line is, fuck you guys. Anyway, we get Dolph and Sonya and Mandy. Stop with the storyline. I don't care. Firefly Funhouse. Bray puts stuff in a blender. He puts a dash of disappointment, some self-loathing, some hot sauce, and, rage and resentment, and then puts Ramblin' Rabbit in there and drinks it. And here's a side effect. The Fiend comes out. He challenges John Cena to a Firefly Funhouse match. Please don't make it like House of Horrors. Please don't. Please don't. We then get Miz and Morrison, ho ho, hey hey, on commentary. They had fun. They were having a lot of fun there. New Day and Usos, #1 contenders match. Match was fine. Typical good match that you would expect from these guys. There were a lot of dives. There was a lot of good action. And then Miz and Morrison, ho ho, hey hey, get involved. And we have a DQ. And, oh wait, they don't have to face either team. They have to face both teams, according to Michael Cole, in a 3-way ladder match. That's also possibly going to get changed. And we'll see what happens there. But there's a lot of stuff up in the air, despite the fact they taped WrestleMania, because they taped this stuff in advance also. And then when they taped WrestleMania, you're like, oh shit, some of the people that we advertised aren't going to be able to be there for a variety of reasons. Either they're quarantined or they just don't feel safe going. Bottom line is, guys, it's a very weird time. It's a very unusual time, but I thank you guys for tuning into my review. I may do a rant at some point about WrestleMania happening. I might wait till after WrestleMania and just put up a rant. But anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.